I have the time as 7:30, so I will call the public hearing and regular business meeting of Mayor and Council for the City of Snellville, Georgia, Monday, April 8th, 2024, to order. We do have a quorum. All members are present, and we'll start tonight with an invocation to be given by Pastor Tim Emmett from Cannon United Methodist Church. Pastor.
Let us pray. Gracious and loving God, we give thanks for the love in whose image we are made. We give thanks for the council, for the city government, for each person in this room. Pour out upon the mayor and the council a spirit of wisdom and understanding, a spirit of discernment, of courage, compassion, and strength. Bless them this night and in the days ahead with your presence. Bless them this night and in the days ahead with your patience. Bless them at all times with your peace. Help them, O God, see and engage our city as it is for the sake of our city as it could be. Help them see and engage the present as it is for the sake of a future filled with hope for all of our neighbors. Gracious and loving God, help each of us this night live from our faith, not from our fears, to be faithful and bold with great love in all things, both great and small. I ask all of this in the name of Jesus, my Savior and Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. We appreciate you coming out tonight. And now we'll have the pledge to the flag to be led by Chief Perry, back on the job this week. We are so grateful that he is now back and healthy.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now we're going to add one thing under ceremonial matters. We have a new planning commissioner that I'm going to swear in. So if Rose, if you'll join me up front. All right, now we'll move to the minutes. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes of the March 25th, 2024 meetings.
There's a motion to approve the minutes. Is there a second?
Second.
With a motion and a second, all in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. We have an invited guest tonight. We have Gwinnett County Tax Commissioner Denise Mitchell here to give us a little overview of what she does in the Tax Commissioner's office. Denise, come on forward. It's good to see you.
Good evening. Good evening, Mayor Bender and council members. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. It's definitely an honor and pleasure to be amongst your meeting this evening. Thank you for having me here. Throughout my 26 years in the office of the Tax Commissioner, I have been consistent in ensuring exceptional financial management within our office. And over the years, I've been in the office since 1998 and have had the pleasure of growing with that office over the years. So I've been started out as an accounting supervisor and worked my way up through finance and accounting director, chief deputy tax commissioner, now tax commissioner. When I assumed the role of tax commissioner in May 2022, I brought to the role a statewide reputation for excellent and exceptional financial accounting and responsibility. And as tax commissioner, what I wanted to convey is that I'm responsible for the billing and collection of and disbursement of your property tax revenue. It equated last year to about $2.1 billion of tax revenue. That process is ensuring that the collections are dispersed and to the cities, to the county, the school board, and of course the state of Georgia. Additionally, I administer homestead exemptions, and lastly, as an agent of the state of Georgia, I also act as an agent to register and title over 825,000 vehicles in Gwinnett County, which is, we're actually the largest now in terms of the state of Georgia of registered vehicles. One of the things that I wanted to convey is that I'm not responsible for property values as tax commissioner.
I just got my notice today, so I can't complain to you.
So as tax commissioner, I get that a lot, but the tax assessor and I, obviously our offices work very closely together, and but as far as the assessment and the value, that's in another office. I don't manage that or deal with that in terms of setting the tax rate, and that's one of the things that I wanted to convey. As your tax commissioner, I am committed to 3 core values, which is exceptional fiscal management. My first responsibility is to maintain high accountability standards to ensure that our taxpayers are aware of the tax savings that are due to them or that they're eligible for. My role is to provide guidance and provide them information in terms of tax savings that they may qualify for in terms of homestead exemptions. The $2.1 billion of tax revenue that we handle, my role is to ensure that there's transparency in that process, and just to ensure that that is conveyed and there's transparency in the collection and disbursement process. Additionally, I'm also looking at innovation and focusing on being efficient and making sure that whatever we can put in place in terms of innovation and efficiencies for our customers, that we do that. The benefit of having been in the office for 26 years, I'm able to actually look at processes and see what works well, what doesn't work well, and then basically look at what is the better plan in terms of creating those efficiencies. Lastly, I'd like to say that I'm committed to ensuring that our customers receive the best possible service in our offices. And when you visit our office, we look toward providing you with the most efficient, the friendliest, and most positive experience when you come into our office. And, you know, obviously, I love to hear the good, but I also like to hear what hasn't worked well so that we can look at addressing it and making sure that it is the most positive experience that you have. With that regard, I just would like to say thank you again for having me here this evening. It's a pleasure to be here and be able to meet all of you again. Thank you so much. I hope you have a nice evening.
Thank you, Commissioner. We have no committee or department reports, so we'll move to the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve tonight's agenda, April 8th, 2024.
There is a motion and a second to approve the agenda as it was presented. All in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. We have nothing under public hearing, consent agenda, or old business, so we'll move to our one item of new business. Item A, consideration and action on award of bid PW 240221, the annual contract for lawn care maintenance for the city of Snellville. Is there a motion?
Motion to award the bid for the annual contract for lawn care maintenance for the city of Snellville to Landscape Associates in the amount of $42,834.
There is a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
With the motion and a second, any comments by council? This is our annual landscaping contract for the areas of the city and the landscaping that is not handled by our Public Works Department. With a motion and a second, I will call the question. All in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. So that ends our regular business meeting, unless y'all just want to sit here for a little while longer. No? Okay. Then we'll move to council reports, and we'll start with Councilmember Carter.
Thank you, and good evening to everybody. I don't have much to say other than to welcome our police chief back. So happy to see you, sir. Thank you, and everybody have a good day.
And now we'll go to Councilmember Hetherington.
First, congratulations, Miss Rose. I had the privilege to get to know her during the campaign back in the fall. I'm very excited that you're officially going to be helping us out in Snellville. I think that's a win for us. Couple quick things from Kelly McAloon. April 25th, Citizens Police Academy fundraiser at Mellow Mushroom, the one right over here by South Gwinnett High School. Mellow Mushroom does a whole lot for our city as far as fundraisers are concerned, and the Citizens Police Academy does a whole lot to support our police department and to help educate our citizens on what our police department does for us. So come out to support them. Tuesday, April 16th, business after hours is at Nico's Wine Corner from 6 to 8 p.m. If you own a business in Snellville, if you live in Snellville and own a business somewhere else, this is just a great way to get out and meet other business owners, get some networking. So come out to that. And the last thing from Kelly is that table reservations are now available for the concert series on the Green this summer. If you have not been out to our concerts, they're amazing. We've got a really great lineup this summer. Personally, I can't wait for the Gloria Estefan tribute band. It's really holding out for that one. And we've got Sam in the back who's going to be opening for one of our concerts as well. The concerts are free, but if you want VIP seating at a table, it's $140 for an 8-top. It's 100% worth it. You can sign up for that on experiencesnellville.com. Everybody get home safe. Thanks.
Thank you, Carrie. Councilmember Linsky.
Hi, good evening. The Snellville Youth Commission will meet this Saturday, the 13th at 10 a.m. here in the community room. We're going to begin planning for a Unity Day for Snellville, which will take place in June. Cool Cars at Briscoe. Put this on your calendar. Saturday, April 20th. Saturday, April 20th. Okay. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Cool Cars, of course, featured classic cars, $20 entry fee, food, prizes, and more. And all proceeds will benefit the veterans of foreign war, a great cause. So be sure to stop by. Hopefully we'll get great weather. So big basketball game tonight. Got to pick Purdue over UConn. Just because UConn knocked out my alma mater, University of Illinois, so I'm a little upset about that. But so I guess go Purdue, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, Christy. Councilmember Schultz.
Good evening, everybody. I have just a couple things. First of all, I want to thank Councilmember Carter. He showed up Saturday morning at 7 a.m. to help us get set up for the farmers market, and that was a huge help. He helped to put out the signs along Oak Road for us. And in regards to the farmers market on Saturday, it was probably the biggest market we've ever had in the parking lot. And part of that was because our community gardeners had their plant sales. And they had tomato plants and pepper plants and herbs and lots of things. But they sold, we estimate, about 1,600 plants on Saturday. It was unbelievable. And then on top of that, we had a vendor with fresh strawberries, just picked strawberries. I mean, it was an incredible market. This is the first time this ever happened at one of our extended season markets. We had cars backed up in the driveway waiting to find a parking place in the parking lot. It was just an unbelievable morning, and I'm very appreciative of everybody that came to help. It was great. I also want to mention that back in the community room now, we have a display by Joel Sturdivant, who is a Snellville resident and an artist, and he does amazingly detailed and fine work. A lot of his work is done with pen, ink, and graphite. And his drawings that he has back there now, he calls a calendar of drawings. And they're just unbelievably detailed. And I think you'll enjoy spending a few minutes looking at them. They're on display 8 to 5 every weekday at City Hall, and then on Saturday from 2 to 5 there will be a reception for him. So everyone's welcome to stop by and meet the artist and look at his work. I think that's all I have. Thank you all for coming tonight. Thanks much.
Thank you, Gretchen, and we'll go to Mayor Pro Tem Warner.
Well, I'd like to thank our tax commissioner, Ms. Mitchell, for being here tonight. I had the joy of taking my 90-year-old father to get his license plate renewed. No, we figured out that his age is actually 90. A little going back and forth. My dad likes to exaggerate how old he is sometimes. But he had neglected to renew his tag on his car for the last 2 years. And then we had to find a title for another car, and your staff did an exemplary job getting us in and out. For a grumbly old man to come away with a smile. And my dad enjoyed it too. Says a lot. So that was last week. So they're still there. They're still working hard, and they're doing a great job. So thank you for all you do, because there's a decided difference in how, at least here on Lenora Church, how the place operates. It's doing great. Some sad news. Former Mayor Oberholzer, who Mayor Barbara and I had a joy of serving with a number of years ago, his mother passed away recently, and she will have a memorial service this Saturday at 11 a.m. Am I right? Okay, I've got my fact checkers up here. Y'all have them on Twitter. I've got them up here with me. At 11 at St. Oliver Plunkett Catholic Church. She was a wonderful woman, even though she was Jerry's mom. No. Yeah, makes her a saint. It really, but it's very sad because no one should lose their mother. Bless you. And since everybody else announced something that's going on, Saturday, April 21st, the day after the car show that I'll be at, the Snellville Historic Sunday. Yes, Sunday. Sunday the 21st. See, I got my fact checkers. Snellville Historic Society will have a 2:30 p.m. Is that the correct time? Anybody want to chime in? Okay. Here in the community center that I'll be hosting. I'm not sure who the speaker is, but thank God it's not me. But y'all are all welcome. There's always refreshments, and you always learn something new about what happened in the past here in the city of Snellville, which someday they'll be talking about crazy old me. But thank you very much, everyone, for coming out. Really appreciate it. Y'all have a good night. Be safe going home, and I guess I'll have to root for UConn. No, I'm just kidding. I could care less.
Thank you, Todd, and just congratulations again to Rose Purdy for agreeing to join the Planning Commission, and hopefully she won't hate me over that later on. And just a reminder, tax day is Monday. Get your taxes filed. If you can't file them by Monday, just go ahead and file an extension. It is okay to do that. You don't need me, don't call me. You can go online at irs.gov. Form 2848, put it in the search box, and you'll find the extension there. And I think that is all I have. Oh, I do want to, on a sad note, I do want to mention some very, very long-time residents of the Snellville, and longtime friends of mine and the Stanleys lost their 40-year-old son to cancer on Friday, and he leaves behind a wife and a stepdaughter and 3 small daughters. So if you could keep that family in your prayers, the McMenemys, we would so appreciate that. And with that, I will close my report, and I will open the floor to public comment. If anyone would like to speak on one topic for 5 minutes, come up and state your name and address for the record.
Let me give this flag to the city manager.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Great progress in the city. Thank you for what you're doing. In fact, my neighborhood's looking a little better. I like that 8-foot sidewalk. Is it 6 feet? 8 feet? Whatever. That is getting better, much better. And the reason I'm standing up here today, Mike Sabak, 1600 Summit View Way, for the record, sorry about that, is to just remind you about Flag Day. I did give the city manager a flag for a specific purpose that we've been communicating about, and thank you for doing that, sir. Appreciate that. We will be sharing that flag during the flag ceremony over at the VFW 5255 in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Your attendance is would be an honor for me for you to show up if you can, because a lot of you I know have businesses and things to do. If you do want to come in, there will be hot breakfast by the Repentant Motorcycle Group. They're a Christian-based organization here in town. So they will be serving us breakfast, and we will be doing the first flag retirement during that event. If you happen to have flags, bring them, and we will respectfully retire those United States. It has to be a USA flag, please. So we'll take care of that accordingly and properly, and then we'll follow up with the program. And again, just as a reminder, Flag Day started right here from this place, and I'm honored to continue to be part of that group of people the veterans and the citizens, and all of you. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. Today, for the record, is the first time that Silas Sabag attended City Hall. Is a year, almost 2 years now. That would be his first City Hall. Quietly, notice that he's sitting back there with his grandma and his father. So, and I appreciate you allowing me the 3 minutes, or 2.5 minutes, to address you. Have a great evening.
Seeing no one else, I will close public comment. Oh, come on.
How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
All right.
Name and address for the record, please.
Oh, my name is, do I have to, can I just put my name, my address on this paper here?
Sure.
Okay. My name is Vic Warren.
Vic Warren.
What they do?
No, that's okay. You can just leave it right there. Thank you.
I want to know, how can I stay in West Red Drive, right there with an old Chick-fil-A used to be.
On
And,
78.
Huh?
On Highway 78.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I want to know, how can I get some speed humps in my neighborhood? Now, they came out there before and put 2 out there, but the way they got the speed hump is so far. They got it sort of like, they got it up sort of behind, because we got sort of like a slight hill in our neighborhood, so they got one of the speed humps is before you get to the hill, and then you got one at the bottom of the hill, so they got to spread it out, so they zoom in real fast down the hill.
Which street?
Oh, West Ridge.
West Ridge.
West Ridge
So
Drive.
the speed hunt program is done by Gwinnett County. So if you will go online and look under Gwinnett County Transportation, or just Google speed hunt program in Gwinnett,
Yes, ma'am.
they can give you all the information that
Yeah,
you need.
because they put some out there, but so what they did, they put 2, and they got it so spread it out that it's like, what they use, because
Yeah.
before they get down to the last one, they been did.
Yeah.
They done went so fast, so
We
I'm
don't-
trying.
Well, that's good though that we know that street, because our chief is sitting there. He can take maybe a gander at the speeds that are going there. But if you want help with the speed humps, that is Gwinnett County. We don't
Okay.
control that at all.
Okay, and this is another point I wanted to make. When I've been out here probably close to 20 years, and I just, when I first moved out here, it was real. I mean, it's still nice, but I used to see the police so much down 78, and now I just don't know what's going on, because every time I called them, and they said they were short on police officers, and they definitely need them out there hanging out on 78. The way they drive on 78, man, they need them real bad on 78. And when I first moved out, they was real good having police out there, and I liked it that, because they was just that bad. But now I hardly ever see the police out there, and it might be because they short on help, And I just hope they do something to crack down on some of that speed on 78. The way they go down 78 is just, it's terrible.
I think they've been working on that.
Let me see what's another. It's another idea I was coming up with about the cleaning up on 78 and everywhere else in Snellville. Mm-hmm. When I first moved out here, and this is me, it was much cleaner than what it is now, in my opinion. And right now, I just see paper just everywhere. And I was telling my wife, I said, well, maybe I can bring this up in the meeting. If they don't have the money, maybe they can bring up a program so they can have people to work out their fine, like if they might have a fine or something, probation or whatever, and they can come out and clean up on the weekend to work they fine off.
We used to be able to do that, but Gwinnett County doesn't allow us to use community service workers anymore since COVID.
So they can't do that no more. Oh. So,
So
yeah.
what we need are volunteers that will volunteer with Gwinnett Clean and Beautiful. to
Well,
go
that'd
out
be
and pick
good.
up.
Yeah, that'd be good. Put that, I'll be willing to come out there on some Saturday, you know, when I'm not working or something like that, yeah, and clean up, 'cause we need that real bad.
I know, the littering is terrible.
I got 49 seconds. This is another thing I want to say too.
You don't have to use all your time.
I wanted to say so much because I like Snellville. Oh, I love staying out here. Another thing I was talking about the liquor stores. I heard they're supposed to be bringing some liquor stores out here. I don't know how true it is, but oh my God, I was hoping.
It's true.
Oh my God, I was hoping that won't be true.
It is true.
my
It's
God.
tied up in litigation. As soon as that's resolved, then
Well,
we'll-
how it's supposed to be? I hope, because if you go in some of these, like they got one on 7-8 right there in Loganville, right before you got to go to Loganville, and they got a counter looking nice. Now something like that, I can go along with that. But just putting up these little small stores.
No, there's
then-
regulations. It'll have to look similar to those or the one in Grayson.
You know which one I'm talking about? Yeah, and that's that's more legit. And the one on Grayson Highway, they got one on Grayson Highway. Now they
Yes,
put
sir.
up them. Now I can deal with those.
Yes, that's what it'll look like. It'll look like something along those lines.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I hope
I
you feel
got away from
unburdened.
that.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Seeing none, I will close the public comment and entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
All right, I heard Norman Carter
Second?
and a second by Carrie Hetherington. All in favor, raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. We are done. Thank you all for coming out tonight, and be safe going home.